the gathering storm in the city of light. There are moments in the history of pop culture where fashion and music collide so violently that the aftershocks can be felt across the entire globe. Paris, the undisputed capital of high fashion, a city built on the foundations of elegance, romance, and timeless art. But tonight, Paris did not belong to the ghosts of its past. Tonight, the historic Stade de France became the epicenter of a new global order, as BTS kicked off the opening night of their highly anticipated ARIRANG World Tour. The atmosphere inside the stadium was electric. Tens of thousands of voices screaming, a sea of light stretching into the Parisian twilight, an overwhelming wave of anticipation that could crush anyone under its weight. But when the lights finally dimmed and the opening notes cut through the stadium air, the world stopped spinning. 'Cause stepping onto that massive stage was a figure wrapped in sheer majesty. Park Jimin. He didn't just walk out. He commanded the space. And from the very first second his feet touched the stage, he owned the night, he owned the crowd, and he owned the entire city of Paris. What the world witnessed on that stage was not just a concert performance. It was the birth of an iconic fashion era. A moment so refined, so otherworldly, and so devastatingly beautiful that it will be remembered for generations to come. Custom Dior masterpiece. Let us dissect the absolute genius of what unfolded before our eyes. Jimin stepped out wearing a custom Dior suit, a piece of high-fashion armor designed specifically for him by the legendary Jonathan Anderson. Drawing inspiration directly from the house's elite menswear codes, this was not just clothing, it was a couture masterpiece brought to life on the grandest stage imaginable. Inspired by Look 46 from the Dior Men's Spring-Summer 2026 collection, this custom creation transformed runway elegance into an absolute stadium spectacle. The details were breathtaking. Military-inspired tailoring that gave him a powerful, regal silhouette, intricate brocade frog closures that added a touch of historical romance, a flowing overcoat that caught the wind with every step, and rich textures that looked alive under the stadium lights. This sleek, sharply tailored piece moved with him like a second skin. It was elegant enough for the prestigious Parisian setting, yet sharp enough to cut through the blinding stadium lights and the explosive choreography. But here is the truth that we all must recognize. Anyone can wear a designer suit, but only Park Jimin can absorb it, command it, and turn it into a physical extension of his performance. The suit highlighted every precise movement, every sharp turn, and every soft, graceful extension of his body. For a couple of hours, Jimin did the impossible. He made the biggest stadium in France feel like a private, exclusive haute couture atelier. Crepuscular Vampire legend. As the performance escalated, the internet began to experience a collective meltdown. Contrast was simply too powerful to ignore. On one hand, you had the sharp, graceful lines of high-fashion tailoring, and on the other hand, you had the raw, unyielding energy of a live stadium rock show. And that is when the magic happened. Fans online quickly zeroed in on his intoxicating aura, and a new nickname started circulating almost instantly across social media timelines worldwide. Crepuscular Vampire. A twilight creature. A being of dark elegance and quiet intensity. And it stuck because it fit him perfectly. Jimin carries this heavy, hypnotic twilight intensity. A quiet power that remains completely undisturbed, even when an entire arena of 80,000 people is screaming his name at the top of their lungs. Look at the visuals. The pale lighting reflecting off the sharp cuts of the Dior suit, the effortless, almost supernatural grace with which he glides across the stage, and that piercing gaze that seems to look right through your soul. It was pure vampire elegance. A mixture of danger, royalty, and absolute beauty. Masterpieces like this are born. They are not made. There are countless talented artists out there in the world, but an aura this immense, this natural, and this completely effortless, I swear to God, it can only be found in Park Jimin. The ultimate endorsement by Dior's elite. This wasn't just a regular stage outfit change. This was a historic fashion statement. And the fashion industry itself was watching very closely. Sitting in the audience, Witnessing this legendary display firsthand was none other than Peter Utz, Dior's global director of public relations. The top executives of the world's most luxurious fashion house didn't just send the clothes. They flew to Paris to watch the master at work. Jimin performed the entire night wearing exclusively Dior. From the casual yet ultra-stylish soundcheck looks, to every single intricate wardrobe change during the main show, he was draped in custom designs by Jonathan Anderson and exclusive pieces from the upcoming Dior Men's Spring-Summer 2027 collection. Think about the sheer weight of that endorsement. The highest-ranking executives at Dior are not just proud of him, they are in absolute awe of him. A legacy brand as majestic and historic as Dior truly suits someone with the royal stature of Jimin. He is not just a brand ambassador who poses for photo shoots. He is a muse, a living canvas for the greatest designers of our time. Every time he steps out, he redefines the relationship between music and high fashion, proving once again why luxury houses keep circling back to him, why they fight to keep him close. He is their ultimate crown jewel. The French prince rules the world. The reaction to Jimin's performance didn't just stay inside the stadium walls. It shattered the global digital landscape. As the concert progressed, the data started rolling in and the numbers speak for themselves. Put some absolute respect on his name because Park Jimin is currently the best performing member in trends in France, leading the way by a massive margin among all BTS members. Think about that. In the country that practically invented the concept of fashion, in the city of Paris itself, the people have spoken. They have crowned their idol. He is, without a doubt, the true French prince. But it doesn't stop in France. Jimin is also the top performer globally when it comes to trends tonight. From Paris to Seoul, from New York to Tokyo, the entire world is speaking his name in absolute reverence. It was one more iconic frame added to the legendary history of this world tour. One more historic night where the clothes, the music, and the artist matched each other in absolute perfection. He saw and he conquered the fashion capital of the world, leaving an unforgettable mark on the hearts of millions. An unforgettable legacy and outro. As we look back at the opening night of the ARIRANG Tour in Paris, we realize we didn't just watch a concert. We witnessed a cultural shift. Park Jimin proved tonight that his artistry has no boundaries, that his grace is limitless, and that his position at the absolute top of the global entertainment and fashion industry is completely untouchable. He brought runway elegance to a stadium spectacle, and in doing so, he raised the bar for what a live performance can be. The legend of the Crepuscular Vampire has been written into the stone of Paris, and the world will never be the same again. So, to everyone listening right now, what was your absolute favorite look from Jimin's Dior wardrobe tonight? Did you feel the sheer weight of his effortless aura through your screens? And how loud did you scream when the images of the French prince first dropped on your timeline? Let me know all of your thoughts, your theories, and your absolute adoration in the comments section below. Show your love for the masterpiece that is Park Jimin by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another dramatic update from the universe of K-pop and high fashion. Thank you so much for listening. Keep streaming, keep bowing down to the King, Army, and I will see you in the next breathtaking update.